What, you wanna see it?
Do you need to ask?
One Piece has the makings to show you how to win in life, man. I'm gonna take it to the end. If you think about it, the Straw Hats still don't have nothing. I don't know if anybody is even watching this, has seen the series One Piece, but if you have, I'm be jumping all over the place. Let's get to where they are now. They aren't rich. They didn't make anything. They just have a bad name. They're pirates. You know what I mean? The story of One Piece is about pirates. So that's really all. It's about pirates. And right now, it's been years. I started watching the show as a kid. They don't have anything but a ship and each other. Would you consider them successful? Anybody watching the show, you know what I'm saying, who's seeing everything, would you consider them successful? And what they want to do, you would say yes. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a popular show. If they wasn't successful, we wouldn't be watching Losers all these years. Technically, they are. They don't own a house. They don't own cars. They don't have any money. But why do you think that they are successful? You believe they're successful, which I believe they are too. You believe in their success because they're on their way to doing and achieving what they want to achieve. They want freedom, they have it. They're more free than me and you are. They want to be stronger. They do that. Every season they get stronger. Zoro is on his way to become the best swordsman. If like some people might already see him as that, in his life. He's the only one that's still like, I got to beat Mihawk. Luffy has a bigger dream. He said his dream. He wants to make sure people can eat, and that's what he's fighting for. It's nothing better than that, to make sure, all children can eat, Sanji, he wants to find the blue, the one that don't exist. You know what I'm saying? They're all getting closer to their goals and enjoying life more than anybody. And I'm gonna compare that to real life. If you go to the gym and work out, you know what I'm saying? You want to live a healthy lifestyle, and you want to become a better person. That's helping. You're spiritual, you get in your Bible or whatever it is that you believe. You're doing that. You want to eat better. Just because you don't have a house and material things that people say you should have don't mean you're not successful. If you follow the same examples that the Straw Hats, do in the show One Piece, man, you are going to win in life. Whether you know it or not, you're going to meet people. If you do what you want to do, and a sense of being righteous and being honest with yourself, and you want to carry out life the way you think it should be carried out and be honest with yourself, you're going to meet people honest with themselves, and you're going to meet the right people. You're going to go to the right places. Maybe not the places like Hawaii or these places everybody else deemed to be the best places to go. Maybe not those, but you're going to go into the right places for you, and you're going to meet like-minded people, just like they did. Him amassing a crew, the joke is the friends we found along the way was the One Piece. And it truly is. It's funny because, and everybody says it because it really is true. It's the people that you find on your journey and finding yourself more importantly than anything. That's success. That's what One Piece teaches you. Finding yourself and being a complete person is the key to success, man. That's the key to it all. That's how you win in life. It's that simple. That's what Luffy and the Straw Hats are accomplishing. You know what I mean? We want these things, and we're going to fight for these things until our dying day. That's what life is, man. I want to I want to take my life as far as I can take it. I want to work out and get as strong as I possibly can, especially for being how small I am. I'm pretty strong, but I'm doing that. I feel like I'm getting that accomplished. I want to, maintain, this for a long time. I want to be in shape and healthy, and I want to make money, and I want to see how far I can take life in general. Not even on a materialistic level. I just want to see how much I can accomplish in my space, in Michigan, and see what I'm capable of. That's just my mission, man. You know what I'm saying? So I wake up every day and I go 110%. You know, I make sure I get the proper rest. I make sure I eat the proper foods. I make sure I talk to the right people. I make sure there's nothing poisonous in my life. I try not to drink. I try not to fall into lust. And that is my mission and part of my goals in my life. You know, look at them. You see Zoro getting better with swords training. You see Luffy getting better using his devil fruit training. You see Sanji getting better with his leg movements and his cooking training. That's what it's all about. It's all about training, dog, which is what One Piece shows. You know, a lot of anime, like especially Dragon Ball Z, that's what we love the training. Mostly when you bring it up, if you're not talking about the villains, you're talking about like hyperbolic time machine, the chamber. You talking about 500 times gravity. You talking about 100 times gravity. You talking about the Saiyans training on this, like how they train. Like you talking about the clothes, the weight of clothing. That's what it's about, man. It's all about training, man. And most anime that you watch is some sort of training, whether it's the mind, the body, spirit, a new form of training. That's what One Piece is showing you, dog. Is life. That's success. It's showing you how to win, man. Like, I could go on forever, man. I could just use Zoro. Pardon me. But look at Zoro, man. Like, look at how far he's come. Like, he got beat so easily by Mihawk. You know, on the Barat, is it the Baratier? Is that what the name of that arc is? He got beat by him with like a little knife. Like, now Zoro is like considered top 5 by like everybody. You know, in East, West Blue, to all blue is what Sanji was looking for, by the way. But his name is up there, man. His name is ringing bells. The Straw Hat Crew is one of the best. Like, some people think they're the best crew, but Zoro went to the person that he's supposed to be defeating humbly, you know, with humility, and said, I want you to train me. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. That humility will make you go to a person that you think, you know, is just gonna be the enemy forever and always, and you get some lessons from the enemy, man. You know how many black people who were slaves probably like needed some training of some sort, some white man, but they probably saw most white men as evil, but had to humble themselves and like, look, I need this to learn this, to save my life or to help my family out. Do I like this white man? Maybe not, but he knows how to do what I need to learn, so I'm ask him. Sometimes that humility is needed to further advance you in life, man. It's all training, dog. Help me get the training so I could train my body the right way. Do what you did. See how you move with the sword. You get what I'm saying? So I can help my captain. You know, Luffy, he didn't, you know, Roger is gone. But he got the second in command. Hey, he could train me. I could get trained by the King of Pirates second in command. That's just as good. Let me take that training. When, you know, in the Wano arc with the old man, I forget his name right now. But when he was in prison, let me get that training. That's what life is about, man. It's about training. Especially as a man. We don't have beauty. Beauty can't get us open doors for us, man. It's not opening door. Our training is opening doors. Even when I get on this, man, the more I learn. I'm getting more views every time I turn on the video because I keep training and seeing what everybody else is doing and putting this effect with that effect and trying this out and trying this out. Like, it's all training, man. Like, talking. I'm not a good talker. Like, I'm not a good public speaker. I don't talk well to people. I don't, like, it's hard for me. But the more and more I'm doing this, the more I'm able to keep it going and keep this training, man. It's just getting up and doing the work. That's what One Piece is, man. You know, look at Ace. Ace was running his own crew till he saw like a better crew with a Whitebeard. Let me step into that crew. That was his mission. That was, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's pardon me. That's part of it too, man. Sometimes you might need to link up. You feel me? Sometimes you might need to link up with somebody that's better than you. Humility again. His father was the king of pirates. Spoiler alert. His father was the king of pirates, man. But that didn't give him no special technique. He still had to train and get it in. And don't blame anybody for shortcoming. None of the straw hats is like, oh, woe is me. I can't do this because of that. Usopp's father took off on him, man. Anime Father of the Year took off on him. But guess what? I'm still gonna get it in. I found a crew. They took me in. Let's get it. And then you gotta gather up people around you that are useful, like One Piece does. Chopper is a doctor. He's useful. Nami is a navigator. She's useful. Robin can read the poneglyph. She's useful. You know what I'm saying? Women can be useful. Let's grab these women, not just because of the pretty faces. They have another use to them. Be the king. Luffy is trying to become king of the pirates. That's what a king does. Gather the right pieces. You know what I'm saying? Jinbei has already done so much for Luffy. Saved him twice. You on a crew, Jinbei. I need you. I need a fishman on a crew. Gather the right group of people, and they don't all have to be the same. All of Luffy's crew is completely different. Different races, different species. Like, that's another thing is teaching you not to be racist, man. The people that could be the most real to you, most honest to you, they might be Asian. They might be Mexican. Don't be racist. So many lessons, man. So many lessons. This is why this cartoon is so popular. Whether people know it or not, this anime is genius. Is one of the best stories since, things like the Odyssey, Peter Pan, Shakespearean stories. Like, it's up there, man. And the more you watch it and run it back and see different arcs and watch them again, the more you realize that it's showing you the keys of how you need to be moving. That's it. Watch it, man. Watch the show, man. Learn. Become successful.